and welcome to Farming Simulator 19. I'm Andy, and this is a review of a new map called Hassenburger XL. So it's a pretty cool map. It's really big. It's a starting point. This is the main yard. It doesn't have a lot of stuff except the main yard, but it's pretty cool. I have changed out some of the equipment though, but the main yard, you start out with some pretty awesome equipment, even though I exchanged most of it. But this is a store, by the way, so this is where the stuff end up. If you want to sell stuff, you do it over here by our ramp, where you can fix things. Here, I don't know, but in Canada we have a lot of windmills. I don't know if those, you can't sell them. They're not in equipment, so I'm not sure we own them. Otherwise that would be cool. So here's, you can sell stuff here, and you can fix it here also. You start out by owning just this little field down here. What I did was I sold that. I sold off a bunch of equipment. I got these two fields instead. So they're really big. This one is 1.1 million, one that's almost the same. I mean, this is like 9 million, 4 million. So they're pretty expensive fields. But cool. So BGA here. You have some sell points here. There's some stuff. I don't know if this is forest anyway, but I think you can plant forest if you want to. Just gonna start this one. So I've been just playing around with everything, and it's pretty awesome. This is a map where the fields are gigantic, and they are gigantic. When these fields are small, but they're really big. They're small but big. Oh, I get it. It's a map which is very big. So it's a pretty cool map. I don't think you own these windmills. I really wish you did own them. Don't know if I can see. Some vehicles. I don't know if there's any income for the windmills. Doesn't seem like that. So I don't think we own the windmills. Fortunately, otherwise that would have been cool. And a cool income, because there's quite a lot of windmills. You can figure it. I mean, this works as an American map, and it also works as a European map, so you could choose which kind of map you want it to resemble will be. I'm running it as a European map, but you can run it as pretty much any map you want to. So start here. So some pretty awesomely big equipment is needed for this map. I mean, this is not a map you would do with small equipment. Well, you could, but it would take forever and ever to do it. So you probably wouldn't do that. take a drive. We'll drive to the north of the map. Oh, sorry. Just to have a look at things. Sorry, messed up my cord here for my headphones. It's like I couldn't understand why the headphones got stuck on everything, but I mixed it through things. Anyway, so this is the north part of the map. So there's a pretty long alley, we would call it in Sweden. This is very much a farm in the middle of the countryside and basically farming stuff around. And the fields are gigantic, as you can tell. So if you like really big fields, that's why it's called XL Buyer. It's not a big map, it's like 160 megabytes, so it's quite small. If you like really big fields, this is a good map for you. Cotton. Oh, sorry. It does have contracting, but doesn't seem to be a lot of contracting going on. These are like 2 things you can do now. Grass field here. So yeah, on the map, the fields that look kind of small are really big actually too. So this is a fairly big grass field. That's really big field land. So everything is really big. But I mean, they're not. If you look at the description of the map, it's sort of like a realistic size of things. So I guess in real life you would, in most parts of the world where you grow things, you would have a really big field. At least European fields are this big, so it's sort of realistic in that sense that this is probably the way a field would be, at least in Sweden, in most part of Sweden, maybe not the northern parts, but in most parts this is what it would be like. So here's like a sawmill, I think. You can also sell things here. I think that's where you sell. Okay, so I guess you have something to sell there. But you could probably sell things. So it has all the things you would need on a map. But it's mostly just fields. So kudos to the small size of the map. 160 megabyte is good. It doesn't have much stuff on it, so that's why it's small, but it has these gigantic fields which are really cool and definitely worth. If you want to play a map with big fields, this is a really good map for it. It's not advanced. I mean, fields are mostly big square fields, but that's kind of cool. I like it. I don't know if you want to play it, but I like it. The only thing I would nag about is that I would like to own some of those windmills, at least a few around my farm. Or that you could, if you buy the land, you would buy those too. That's not great, so. But I wonder what that is. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go out here. See what this is. This is like a silo, I think. Looks like a silo in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's a grass field, so that's... Oh, I thought I would be able to go up there. No, I couldn't. That's just for show. Alright, cool. Oh, okay, so that's a silo there. If you want to do that sort of stuff. Silage, you can sell it to BJ. big fields, cool. I did try it out another map yesterday, which I didn't like, but had potential. The thing about that map, which I can't remember the name of, sorry about that, was that it didn't look very nice. This looks really, really nice. The other one wasn't worked through at all. But the thing that was cool about that map was that it actually had traffic driving. It had farming vehicles at other farms, which I didn't know. It also had farming vehicles driving around. So you could drive around the road and suddenly you would meet a combine coming down the road. And that is a very cool thing. So I'm hoping we'll see more of those things on other maps. Even though I guess you get tired of meeting combines all the time, but so back at the farmyard, we'll go and have a look at the south too. It's not much to see on this map, so you can quite easily explore it in not too long of a time if you want to. So we're gonna go there right later, because that's where our next land is, where we need to plant. So I planted this one with wheat. It was not growing as sugar beets, potatoes or something on, but I just bought it and planted it with wheat over that. It's good with a seed drill. You can just plant over things. This is a really big field, but that's like 4 million. It's really hilly, but not hilly in a weird way. I think hilly in a like European style way. But I think it would work in an American way too. So here's the sell point. Muley or something it's called. I don't know what that is, but there's the sell point here. I just need to go and LPG has nearly full. I should have emptied it. I will go down here. I don't think it will be able to go turn. Maybe it will. Since I have crop destruction on, I don't want to. Do something without that. So we're gonna just empty this, and then we're gonna go to check the rest of the map. I like this map. Is a more interesting map compared to, say, Pleasant Valley map, which I played a lot on. Pleasant Valley map has a lot of big fields too on it, but this is, I think, more interesting in that way. But these fields are bigger, I think, and then they're actually quite more expensive. So there's a difference between Pleasant Valley map and this map. So let's go. So this is one of the sell points, and we're going to go down here and see another sell point, which is down here. No, it's BDA, right? Okay, BDA down here. I think you can go in here. So here's the BDA. So wait, it works. Silos. Actual BDA point where you put the stuff in here. So there's your solid stuff. That's actually cool. A nice, cool place. BJ is good to sell things because it actually doesn't reduce. Well, if you sell, maybe they changed that from FS17. By the way, FS17 was good because you could sell bales and that, but didn't really do anything. A big grass field. You need a big mower to do this one. So if you want to do silage, this is a gigantic field for doing silage. It's a big grass field. I think you would get quite a lot of silage out of this one. Probably want some sort of machine that would turn it into silage instead of having to use. Oh, I missed. Oh, yeah. Here's it. Actually, oh, this is the field we used to own. It was actually limed. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. You would probably want some sort of silage making machine, silage fermenter, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to do silage here, I guess you could put it in silos at the BGA, but that's a bit of a lot of a job, a lot of work too. Let's see. I don't know how much money this land is actually. That's a cool 1.1 million, which is a fairly cheap one on this map. If you would like to buy that, we'll see. Maybe in the future. Maybe that will be what we'll buy next. Maybe after we repay this and get some money, we'll buy that one and do silage and stuff. So we're going to try to do soybeans. For our next field. I like the view actually. I mean, coming up that hill with all the windmills turning in the wind. Over there's not a sell point, but that's the field we're working on. That one over there. It's a pretty cool field. So everything is pretty cool. I really like this map. I don't know if I'm going to play on it on like a let's play scale, but I do like the map. It's a pretty awesome map. It definitely has potential. Let's see if I can get this sorted out. We're gonna just get this in the ground. See if I'm good. I don't want to go into that field. We can do without going to do that. It's actually not exactly straight. If you set this up with along here in a straight line, it actually does not. It does miss a bit. So you would think it's pretty straight, and it is pretty straight, but it's not completely straight. So there's a hide worker here, planting our soybeans. So a little bit left there. Oh, one row there left. So anyway, this is the Hassenburger XL map for Farming Simulator 19. I do recommend it. It's quite a cool map. Gigantic fields. You need big equipment to do this map, and so be prepared for that. But it's definitely a cool map in the way it's made and built, and I recommend it. I do. It's a cool map. Even this yard here is a bit too big. That would probably be the only thing I would moan about, that the yard is too big. It's like, it's gigantic, but it doesn't need to be that big. You could have a smaller yard and still have these big fields, so that's the only thing. But hey, that's a small thing in comparison to everything else. Cool map, link is in the description as always, go check it out. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. And have a great day everyone. Take care. Bye bye.